Your totaled car could save you a fortune. Are you stressed out that your car was totaled? How are you going to get to work? How are you going to get to the store? Are you feeling stressed out about what to do? Well, you can turn this into a positive experience. Want to know how? Maybe it's time to explore alternative transportation. How would you like no car payments? How about no insurance payments? Now, let's toss in no gas or vehicle maintenance costs. That is a lot of money you could save and use for better purposes. Let's explore some of the alternative transportation methods you have available. Move. Do you live in an area that you have to drive everywhere? Why not consider moving to a new place where stores and work are more conveniently located? There are many places that you just don't need a car to get around. Get a bicycle. Imagine riding a bicycle to work and avoiding that long commute and traffic jam. You can get bags that attach to your bike to carry anything you need to take to work. You can also use them to go grocery shopping. Riding a bike is also a great way to get in shape and stay that way. Really look into this alternative to an expensive car. Public transportation. Have you considered taking the bus? You could save a lot of money and take the bus commute time to catch up on your reading or maybe even a nap. Don't like the bus? Taxis are another alternative. If you live in a major metropolitan area, find out if your town has ride-sharing services, like Uber. These ride-sharing services are great. Car rentals. Did you know that you can rent a car by the day? Some places even rent cars by the hour. Analyze the number of hours or days you actually need to use a car. Now compare what you would spend renting to what you would spend owning a car. Don't worry about how you are going to get to the car rental place. Most will bring the car to you and pick it back up when you are done. If you just have to have a car, consider downsizing and getting a car that gets better gas mileage. Now use the money you save for fun stuff. When deciding what you want to do, always keep in mind that a car is a major expense. Do you really need one? You are one step closer to success now that your business failed. So your business failed. Big deal. Did you know that the majority of people fail at new business startups? Most fail multiple times before succeeding. The key is not to quit and give up your dream of having a successful business. The first thing to do is analyze why your business failed. Really dig deep and list everything you discover that caused your business to fail. Treat this as a learning experience and not really a failure. You are discovering what does not work and what not to do again. Now, take each of the points you listed and think about what could have been done differently that would have led to success instead. Did you devote too much time to inventory control and not enough time on advertising? Did you concentrate on doing just the fun stuff and avoiding the boring but needed tasks? You can always hire someone to do the boring things if you just can't tackle them. Now, start asking yourself what-if questions. Really go deep with this exercise. What if you spent more on advertising? What if you spent more time researching products to sell? Let the first what-if questions lead you to even more specific questions. Don't be afraid to go off on tangents and way out on a limb with these what-if questions. You will be surprised at what you learn from this exercise. Once you have really learned why your business failed, you can make the decision to make another go at the same business or possibly start a completely new business. Don't be afraid to say that the business that failed was just not for you. There is nothing wrong with being honest with yourself. For a business to succeed, it must be a good fit with you, or you could end up working a business you hate with a passion. A business failure is never a true failure. It's always a great learning experience on what works and what does not. Treat it as that and never take a business failure personally. After you have really looked at the old business and new business possibilities, take several weeks off and let yourself recharge. Then, come back and look at all your notes and discoveries with a renewed sense of purpose and fresh eyes. You will find that perfect business for you, but only if you accept failure for what it truly is, a learning experience. Why your girlfriend leaving you can be a good thing. You wake up one day and realize that your girlfriend just left you for another guy. You did not even see it coming. You were blindsided by her. Your heart feels like someone just stabbed it with a hot, searing knife. Did you know what just happened was most likely a good thing? Feel lucky you had not married her. Don't let what just happened bring you down. Use the situation to make things better for you. First thing is to realize that they were not the right person for you to spend the rest of your life with. Of course, be grateful for the good times the two of you had together. Don't let the situation drown out good feelings you did have. The next step is to get it through your head that there are many more girls that you can have even better times with. A better one may even just be around the corner waiting for you. Before you go out into the dating scene again, let's do a simple exercise. Take a piece of paper and write down as many things as you liked about your previous girlfriend. Now, write down what you did not like. Really study this list and keep it in mind when meeting new girls. You don't want to start dating a mirror image of your past girlfriend now, do you? Now the time has come to get out of the house and start meeting girls. Now where do you meet them? Let's see. Nightclubs. This seems to be the most popular place to meet girls. Try to find a club that the music is actually quiet enough that you can carry on a conversation. Dancing lessons. This is a great place to meet girls and get to know them in a non-pickup atmosphere. Museums. Like the arts? Go to your local museums. It's easy to start a conversation with a total stranger that is looking at a display. Just ask what she thinks of it. Online dating. If you are a little on the shy side or have limited time to meet girls, online dating may be the way to go. Check out several online dating sites and find the one that seems right for you. Now that you are single again, get out and enjoy meeting new people. Enjoy the excitement and make it a great adventure. The fun begins when your kids move out. When your kids finally move away from home, it does not have to be a stressful event. Empty nest syndrome can be avoided, and your new empty house can become an exciting adventure. Now that the kids have moved out, you suddenly have 1, 2, or more empty bedrooms. Now what should you do with them? It's repurpose time. Here are some ideas you can use to convert these empty rooms into something useful for you and your spouse. Home theater. Now this one will probably get the moved away kids a little mad and envious. Convert an empty bedroom into a home theater. Have a nice large screen, several recliners, and maybe even a popcorn machine. Study. Ever wanted a nice place to relax and read a book? How about a great place to listen to music? You could turn an empty room into a comfortable study. Exercise room. No need for a monthly gym membership. Turn an empty room into a nice home gym. Now you can get in shape like you always wanted to. Game room. Okay, time to really piss off the moved away kids. Turn one of their empty bedrooms into a game room for you, your spouse, and friends. Bet the kids will come back and visit you more often. Craft room. Tired of your spouse's crafts being all over the living room or bedroom? Turn an empty bedroom into a craft room just for your spouse. You may not see them as often, but you will get brownie points for this one. Home office. Do you currently rent office space for your business? You can always convert an empty room into a home office and save the rent money for something fun to do. Another option is to sell the house and move to a condominium or high-rise apartment. I'm talking one with lots of amenities, like a gym, swimming pool, game room, theater, restaurant, etc. Let yourself be pampered. Not to even mention, no more yard work. Have you always wanted to travel? This may be the time to sell the home and buy an RV. Modern RVs have all the comforts of home. Plus, you can take your new home wherever you go. Tired of being in one spot? Turn the key and drive your home on a new adventure. As you can see, the kids leaving home can actually be a fun thing to happen. You can always visit them whenever you really want. Make the best of a failed product launch. Your excitement built as your product launch date approached. You just knew you were going to hit this one out of the park. You could feel butterflies in your stomach, and the hours and minutes counted down. Your product launch is live. But wait. Sales are not coming in like you expected. In fact, they are barely coming in at all. You then panic, realizing your product launch just failed miserably. Now what? The first thing you need to realize is that product launch failures are just a part of business and not a disaster. In fact, you need these flops so you can learn what works and what does not. They are really a blessing in disguise if you take the time to benefit from them. So how do you benefit from what just happened? You start off by analyzing the product launch in detail. Write down each step of the launch in as much detail as possible. I'm talking every tiny little step and sub-step. Now, make 2 additional lists. One list, you are going to write down everything that worked. On the second list, write down everything that did not work well. Once these 3 lists are done, go over each one and how each step can be improved or changed. If something did okay, but could do better, what can you do to make it better? If something did not work at all, what can you do instead of that step? Would a better technique possibly give you better results? Once you have determined why the product launch failed, you can decide if you should launch the same product again or start a totally new project. If you find you just don't have the expertise or experience to perform specific steps, consider taking on a partner that does have the needed skills. Many times, taking on the right partners can produce higher success rates. You may find while analyzing what happened that modifying the product slightly will produce better results. You may be able to launch a similar product and have a fantastic product launch. Sometimes it's the little changes you make that bring on the higher success rates. Use a product launch failure as a very valuable learning experience. This way, you learn what works, and better yet, what does not work. Here is to your success. Now get your next product launch ready to go.